Our top focus on WION right now in the aftermath of the deadly Pahalgam terror attack that claimed 26 lives. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah delivered a fiery speech in the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly saying that he will not be demanding statehood for the Indian Union territory in the name of the people who have died in the attack. The J&K Chief Minister questioned if his politics were so cheap that he would demand statehood on the back of such an attack. He, however, stated that he would still demand statehood for the region, but not at this very moment when the country still mourns the loss of the 26 people.
How can I ask for statehood using Pahalgam attack? My brand of politics is not so cheap that I would demand statehood at the cost of 26 lives.
Speaking during a special session of the State Assembly, an emotional Abdullah said he has no words to describe the heinous attack and he does not know how he should apologize to the families of the victims.
Jammu-Kashmir ki security, Jammu-Kashmir ki suraksha, Jammu-Kashmir ke logon ki...
Although I am not in charge of law and order, I invited tourists to visit Kashmir as a CM and tourism minister. As their host, it was my duty to look after them and ensure their safety. I was not able to do so. I have no words to say sorry to the tourists.
मेजबान होते हुए मेरी जिम्मेदारी थी कि सही सलामत मैं इन्हें यहां से वापस भेजूं.
In his speech, the J&K Chief Minister also noted that in the last 26 years, he had never witnessed people coming out to demonstrate against a terror attack in this manner, pointing to the outrage amongst people regarding the terror attack. Abdullah said that this is the beginning of end of terrorism if proper steps are taken. The entire Kashmir is united against this attack, adding that Kashmir, for the first time since the onset of terrorism, has revolted against terrorism in the wake of Pahalgam attack. Meanwhile, during his special session, the Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly adopted a resolution condemning the April 22nd terror attack in Pahalgam. The resolution was earlier moved to express strong disapproval of this attack and to extend support to the victims and their families. The resolution was adopted without any division, following which the Assembly session was adjourned sine die. The resolution endorsed the diplomatic measures announced by the Union government after the Cabinet Committee on Security meeting. The resolution condemned the terror attack and expressed support with the victims. Members of the Assembly also observed a 2-minute silence to pay homage to the 26 people killed in the terror attack in Pahalgam. And for more on this, our correspondent Idris Loan is joining us on the phone line. Idris, indeed an emotional and fiery speech there by the J&K Chief Minister where he signalled the beginning of the end of terrorism in the valley, and he further rejected the idea of using the tragedy to push for restoration of statehood in J&K. Tell us more.
Well, absolutely, Raisha. In one voice for the first time in a long time in Jammu and Kashmir, all the political parties belonging to PDP, National Conference, BJP and other parties spoke in a similar voice condemning the Pahalgam attack. The special session of the Assembly was called in basically to express deep sorrow and strong condemnation over the terror attack that took place in Pahalgam, in which 26 people were killed. Today's session was led by the Speaker of the Legislature and the Deputy Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Suresh Chaudhary, has a resolution forward stressing that there is something commitment to peace, development and communal harmony. And then Omar Abdullah came himself and he spoke. When he spoke, he was supported by every MLA sitting in the Assembly today. He spoke about how we cannot use this opportunity basically for the restoration of the statehood in Jammu and Kashmir, which as in politics does not belong to that category, and he would want to stress more about people-to-people connection at the moment, and he would want tourists to come and feel secure here. But in one voice, we've seen always there have been differences between political parties in Jammu and Kashmir over every other issue. But today, for the first time, we saw a common voice coming out from Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, demanding action on one hand from the authorities, from the security agencies, and also calling for peace and harmony across not only Jammu and Kashmir, but the whole country.
Right, Idris, I was just coming to the point you made there that all lawmakers in J&K have come out in support against terrorism in the valley, and that's the sentiment that we have been seeing in J&K on how the entire Kashmir is now united against the terror attack. Tell us more about how Kashmiris are revolting against the attack on Kashmiriyat.
Well, absolutely, Vaisha. We've seen in the past 7 days now how every Kashmiri has come out on the street, whether it's traders' body, students' body, hoteliers, even civil society members. Everyone has been protesting and condemning this horrific terror attack that took place last week in Pahalgam. We've never actually seen these kind of visuals before, where people would take out to streets without any cause, without anyone asking them to be a part of this condemnation. We saw thousands of people, not only in Srinagar, but different districts of the Kashmir Valley, whether it's south, it's north, in Jammu. We saw people coming out in huge numbers, demanding action against the perpetrators, as well as calling for peace and harmony amongst each other.
Right, Idris. Thanks very much for joining us and getting us the latest on this.